Good news, we've got it. It's happening. The planning has been approved and we've got that precious yellow piece of paper that gives us consent to start building. I can't tell you how relieved we are. We were anxious about the septic tank, as you know, if you watch some of the older videos, but thankfully everything has got the green light to go ahead, and that's what's been happening. Noel's been over in Ireland this past week or so, and they've started some work on laying the saturation filtration bed for the septic tank. Got lots of footage on that, but he wants to do the voiceover to talk through the process because he's been learning a lot about how it works as they've been doing it. So that will be here, I don't know when he comes back. The other work they've been doing is rerouting the drain around the back of the house. If you remember, there was a lot of water collecting and it was really marsh and boggy in front of the house, and we knew that that needed attention. And also to dig a trench for the duct, I think they call it, for the electricity cable. So that's going to be happening too. I thought while I'm here, I might just show you the house that we live in now, because I'm here in Cornwall in this old cottage, 250-year-old cottage we've been living in for the last 8 years. And I'm only going to be here for another 2 weeks because we're selling. And we're getting ready to move out. Our business premises has accommodation with it, and it makes sense that we would just live there, and then we can, it just makes sense financially to do that and release some capital to help us with the build by selling our home. So it's a lot of change, but it's really exciting. Some of you have commented about the cottage that we've bought in Ireland and say that you like these old cottages, and we wanted to show you that we've done that renovation of a cottage. We had so much work to do when we moved here. We think we've done really well and buy the house, and it's going to be a happy home for the person that comes to live here next. So that's what I'm going to start with, and then we'll go and see what's been happening in Ireland. Now, the house in Ireland is not really that old. I think it was 1935, 6, something like that it was built. So it doesn't have all those features, those characterful features you get with a really old building. And I just wanted to show you the windows. Somebody commented on the windows in Ireland, and I thought, well, it's nothing compared to, you should see our windows at home. Let me just see if I can turn this round. This is the corner of the room from where I've been filming. Look, there's Guinness glass, Guinness glass ready to go. But you can see that window sill and how deep it actually is. I haven't measured it, but it's pretty wide. We've also got the Belfast sink that we put in there, just giving it some character. It was all completely modernised, and we also decided to go with more cottagey style, solid wood cupboards that we had made. It's sort of shaker style, aren't they? And also this cooker, which is modern, it's new, and it's a double oven, got a grill, and that's electric, and then gas hobs. So you've got that look of an old Arga sort of range, but you've got the functionality of modern life. Oh, here was from an old school that they were pulling down to do some new builds, so it's reclaimed wood, mahogany. I think you can even see it was in the gym, and you can see where the markings on the floor of the gymnasium. It's a bit quirky, but it works, it's nice. And then we had panelling put all along the back when it was tanked. And then the doors, Noel made the doors. I forget what they're called when you do that brace, latch and brace, is it? Anyway, all of the doors in the house Noel made. So here I am in the lounge. I'm just going to show you the mirror. You can see behind me the wall, And when we first moved into this house, it was all white. It had been really modernised. There was no fire. Let me just show you. No fire, like open fire, like that. It was plasterboard, all white, with a little electric fire down there. So the first thing we had to do was strip all of this off and expose this wall. We knew it was old because we had a specialist to come and look at it and tell us that yes, it was in a good condition. We took all of the render off the front of the building. It was concrete render and we had it lime rendered. So this first story is all stone. And then above, on the first floor, would have been, well, is cob. It would have been thatched originally. And we wanted to know that the cob was in good condition, that it was structurally sound before we bought it, and we were reassured it was. We found behind the plaster was metal sheets that had been wallpapered, and we pulled those away. And we found a wall, and the wall was black with wet and damp. It had just been sweating and it just needed to breathe. And it took about 12 months to get that lovely colouring of the warm, soft Cornish stone back. We got a reclaimed beam that came from Bodmin Hospital. And put a stove in, and it's lovely when it's lit. It's really, really warm. Here in the bathroom, another latch and brace door there, and this was really pokey and dark, so you can see where the beams are. The ceiling was beneath those beams. It was underneath, and it was artificial, like boards that were just put there, and so it lowered the ceiling quite considerably. Noel went up into the loft space and sectioned a bit off and just opened it up. So to give more height. So now let's go and see what's been happening in Ireland and what Noel's been getting up to.
Raining now, alright. Storm Agnes. Cold as well. Thankfully not too much wind at the minute. Here we are. Been back here a week. It's been a funny old week. Yesterday was a rough old day. Storm Agnes blew through here. Never stopped. Caravan was rocking around quite a lot. Loads of rain, loads of water. The boys haven't managed to come back today. The ground completely went to mud. But it's been a week. Let's have a look around and see what's changed. Quite a lot really. I'll fill you in. First thing down here, the polishing filter has now been installed. That was probably the easiest job of the week. So it's all in place now. We tried to get some earth mounded up around it, but like I say, everything turned to porridge. So here we are. The pipe that ran down from the road, if you can see, I don't know if you can remember the top of it, but it's now been buried under the ground. It originally ran, the drain ran down here You can still see some water in it there on the wrong side of the power post. So in order to get the ESP cable in and the ducting in across there, we've now transferred the drain to the other side. Not too big a job, that one. That was quite easy. I'll show you where it comes out down the bottom here. There's still some of the existing old drainage channel there. There's probably have to leave some of it up the top here. But it's not running too bad today. It was pouring out yesterday. It's amazing actually how quickly it just calmed down once the rain stops. There was a bridge here over into this field. There's some of the stumps there we've pulled out, you see, the big stumps. So we'll have a look at that in a sec. This is a polishing filter. It came and installed. The earth now gets banked up around here and it gets completely covered in. All you'll see on the top is a little green cap there, which is like a manifold. All the pipes inside the polishing filter terminate at that point, and if they ever need to get in, they can go back in through there. Let's have a little look down here. They've filled the old septic tank in. The old septic tank was down here somewhere. They removed the lid, filled it all in. I think I'm probably standing on it now, somewhere around here. Some old junk there, I don't know what that is. Anyway, back up the field. This is it from the bottom end. All this field now will be filled in right from where you see the road. It'll be filled in flat, down and over, and there won't be any more work done down here. Hopefully that'll be self-sustaining. A cold, wet, dirty, slightly miserable day at the office. Let's have a cup of tea, shall we? Back to the car right now.